everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel.
And cheers to 2025.
Happy New Year!
Woo!
Yeah! Look at these lovely little jingly stars.
Those are good. We only had one set, so Rachel got to win out on that.
I could trade them out. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Second half of the video, you'll have to see if I'm wearing them.
That's right.
Alright, so we wanted to make a new style of video for us, which is more of a year-end review, talking about our hits, our misses, and just be able to talk about, like, this was our best year ever on YouTube. By far.
It was, but we also want to give you a little sneak peek at what's coming in 2025.
We do. Check out this thing over here. Up above it says Big Ass Calendar, where we have all of our trips so far.
Yeah, I think it's pretty planned out.
Yeah, we're pretty planned out at least through like maybe October.
That's more to come. Yes.
But we want to start out by saying thank you to everybody who has tuned in this year.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we can't believe where the YouTube channel has gone this year. Like, there's been so many new people that have been following us, commenting, watching our videos, and we just cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
So with that, we want to talk a little bit of numbers first.
Yeah, because we are kind of nerds.
We are. So this year on YouTube, we have done 74 videos, which we are a long-form video channel. If you have not realized, I think we did one single short this year.
Yes, it did do pretty well.
It did, but it was USC marching band at the Wynn. Crazy.
Yeah. But that's a lot of videos. That's more than one a week.
It is more than one a week, and this was actually, I think, one of our slower years, but we'll get more to why it was a slower year later. All right, we got over 19,000 new subscribers, which...
Mind blown.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
In January 2024, we had 18,000 some subscribers, so we more than doubled.
I really can't believe that. When we were looking at these numbers to prepare for this video, I'm just blown away. Blown away,
crazy.
And it's thanks to you guys.
We had nearly 3 million views in the past year, over 400,000 hours watched, and that's over half of our lifetime watch hours.
And that's the YouTube stats. So I also found some really cool statistics as I was looking over things from this last year. One of my favorite parts of this video was the fact that we got to go through and look at what we've done in the last year, because it's been an amazing year.
Yeah, because not everything we do makes it on YouTube.
That's true.
But you're going to hear more about it now.
Yeah. So we actually visited 5 new to us states. That makes 35 US states since we got together. And that's 5 years. That's crazy.
That's good.
Yeah. We visited 4 new countries for a total of 26 total countries for me.
And 37 for me.
And our goal is to hit 100. So we're getting there. That's a slower number, but it's working there.
We're working on a lot of bucket lists at the same time here. That's why these numbers may not sound crazy, but they are.
Yeah, this one blew my mind. And this is where we'll talk about some things in a little bit that kind of made the year different and challenging. I took 51 flights in 2024.
And I took 34. So Rachel was leaving me alone with the dogs quite a bit this year.
All over the place this year. And we also attended 11 concerts, which is one of our favorite things to do.
Yeah, we don't always get to showcase the concerts, but yeah, we're big concert goers. We freaking love it. And then a couple...
These stars are just ridiculous.
I think they look awesome. And then a couple more quick YouTube things. Our most viewed video was our first time at Buc-ee's. Blew my mind. It just hit 200,000 views.
That's crazy.
Which, going into 2024, we never even had a video go 100,000 views. So thank you for watching that. Even though people give us a really hard time about it. They think that our dog was like
starved to
in
death.
a sauna or something. Trust me, anyone who's watched that video, it was 40 degrees out. It was Easter. And yes, she got treats along the way.
And she is a spoiled dog.
Yes, she's doing really good. She's actually right here. And then our least viewed video, unfortunately, was our treehouse tiny home, which was for my birthday.
That's okay, it was still fun.
It was a fun time. You'll have to check it out.
All right, now you get to hear our opinion on some of our own videos.
Yes, best, worst, all of that.
All of it.
All right, biggest surprise video of the year. You go first.
I really think it's got to be the Buc-ee's video.
It's got to be Buc-ee's. I picked Buc-ee's as well. We drove 45 minutes to a gas station and ate for an hour and a half, 2 hours, spent $200, and it's now by far our best video, or most popular video we've ever had. I can't say anything else.
Agreed, and the funny part is we keep going back.
Yes.
It wasn't a one and done for us.
Yeah.
So our first visit to Buc-ee's was not the last visit. We stop every time we go. Actually, some of our friends got us candy from Buc-ee's for Christmas.
Because their cherry sours are the best candy there is in the world.
That is 100% accurate.
Yes. When we were at Buc-ee's, we were like, who cares? Now we stop all the time. Like, we used to not stop on our way to the airport. Now we do.
Yeah, and we also kind of tease about, like, who really cares that Buc-ee's is coming? Well, now we care.
Yes, it's worth it.
We're
Go
those
to one.
people.
Find one. Most underrated video. One that did not perform well, but we felt like it should.
Is this the one I would say, like, as soon as you're done watching this video, you need to go watch that one?
Sure.
You go first.
I said the Washington, D.C. video.
That was a good video.
And we've talked about it, and I think what went wrong with that one is I tried to sell it as a 24 hours in D.C.
And nobody's spending 24 hours.
No, D.C.'s a 3-day town.
Yeah.
There's just so much to do. But from our standpoint, like, Rachel was on a work trip, and so I was there with her, and the only time that we actually got to make a video was for 24 hours. Yeah,
we really only had 24 hours. We had some bits and pieces after my conference that we would go do things, but not enough to really entail parts of a video.
But I thought it was a really good video. I really enjoyed it. I ended up putting like voices of like Holocaust victims and soldiers as a part of it. I don't know. I was just video. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed that one didn't do good.
Yeah. So mine, I have 2 of them. And one of them is not a surprise, we already talked about it, is Josh's birthday weekend at the Treehouse in Lyons, Colorado. I love that video. It's us, it was a new experience for us, and it's actually turned us to wanting to do some more unique stays, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, like the crazy Airbnbs that you see, like we want to do more of those.
Yeah. And my second one is Albuquerque Hot Air Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It is a bucket list item for sure.
Yeah, hopefully people will watch it later in this year, but the tough thing about that is the video came out on like the final day of the balloon festival, so nobody's looking for it. But it was an amazing moment. I'm so glad we did it. Yeah. I'm so glad we captured it.
Me too.
All right, next up, our favorite meal in Las Vegas that we did a video on. You first.
Orla. Orla, Orla, Orla. Hands down, my favorite meal in Las Vegas in 2024.
Yeah, Orla was great. And I actually had forgotten how good it was until I went back and started like looking at our pictures and then watching some clips. It was delicious, but...
You know what I think was the reason for it?
Why?
It took me right back to Greece.
Yes.
And that was an experience in 2023 that I can't say enough about.
Yeah, because I think it had been almost a year since we had been in Athens and multiple stops in Greece along the way. And the food, it just hit.
It did hit. It was so good.
For me, this is kind of a cheat because like I know in my brain when we filmed this video. And it was our honeymoon video, which was actually in December of 2023. Yep. But the video went live in 2024, so that's where we're going with this cutoff. Yeah. And so it was Prime Steakhouse.
Prime steak was delicious.
Yeah, I had spoken with the manager before. He definitely gave us the best table you could possibly get and the most amazing experience. And the food was amazing. The night was amazing. Ugh, there was still F1.
The ambiance is so cool.
There was still F1 scaffolding up, but you didn't care because you were on the other side of it. Yeah. So like we were just at the front on the patio. It was awesome. And then, but if I was going to pick a meal from this year, this calendar year.
You actually sat in the restaurant in 2024.
Although I hated the DJ, I loved Spago.
Oh, I hated the DJ too, but the Spago was awesome.
Yes, like again, I'm a big fan of like ambiance because when I'm spending $200, $300, $400, they just keep going. I love it. When I'm spending $200 to $500 on a meal, I expect the food to be good. Yeah. So when you can give me the rest of the experience and like having the window, having the fountains going off, the sangria tree.
That'll come up later.
Yeah, I loved it. All right, our overall favorite meal of 2024.
You're gonna let me go first?
It's the same.
Shohan
Ale House in Nashville. Yep. It actually wasn't even supposed to make the video. Nope. Because we recorded it during my work conference. So like we had made our Nashville video, and then I went to work and Rachel did her thing during the day. But we ended up going to a Manit Shohan restaurant, her only restaurant, and it just killed it. We love Indian food. We don't get a lot of Indian food. Las Vegas doesn't have a lot of it. Yeah. But it was just so good that we actually added an extra scene at the end of that video to say how good it was.
And in addition, we went back.
Yep.
On the same trip. To the same restaurant.
It's funny because in Las Vegas, like we almost never repeat. And for that one trip, we're only there for like 3 nights. Yep. Shohan Ale House twice. We had lunch and dinner there. Yeah,
and I will say I have a very close second. It's called Marigold in Lyons, Colorado. It's in the Treehouse video, but that one was a great, great restaurant. And what's so crazy about that is it's not but 2 hours away, and we still haven't been back. But I would go back in a heartbeat.
And it was really good. And we had orange wine for the first time.
It was really good.
It's not actually like oranges or anything, but it was good. Biggest disappointment of the year. And this could be anything. It could be meal, experience, hotel.
Mine was boarding Wonder of the Seas.
Yeah, 100%.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah,
so disappointed.
I don't know, like we just had a video come out talking about love and hate or pros and cons of Wonder of the Seas. And I put in this scene where it's us getting on Icon of the Seas in January, us getting on Utopia of the Seas in August, and then us getting on Wonder of the Seas in November. And it is the most disappointing thing.
Blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go from like walking straight on the ship, having a celebration, having the promenade or esplanade or whatever they want to call it these days, to walking down the running track, going into an elevator bay and just being like following people. Hoarding cattle is what it felt like.
Yeah.
And what was disappointing is we had just been on Utopia of the Seas, which is the sister ship. It's a very similar ship. And so when there's no excitement getting on, I was like, I can't believe we're going to be here for 7 days and we're going to try to make videos and be excited.
Yeah, like, it was just a letdown, especially because of what you said with Icon and Utopia. It was just kind of hard to go like, aw.
Yeah,
so I thought to me was the disappointment.
I thought you were going to go with like one of the meals that we had, like how expensive certain things were, but no, Wonder of the Seas, I don't know, maybe it's recency bias because it was within the last 2 months, but it was a really hard one to overcome. Hardest video to make.
You go first.
Marathon video. We have never done a time span video other than, I think our longest video was 4 days in Rome.
Yeah.
Where I just had a bunch of clips and I threw them together, and I loved how that came out. Whereas the marathon video, 5 months is at home. Yeah. And it's us training for it, and it just came out this last weekend. So like, it was really hard, not to mention, it was hard to train for a marathon.
I will say, that's another one of those videos that as soon as you're done watching this, you should head over and watch that. I would say it's one of our most personal videos.
Yeah.
There was laughter, there was tears, there was celebration at the end.
Yeah, it just came out, so we can't really put it in the underachieving or like low view video because it just happened.
I thought 24 hours in Vegas was hardest. Like, I don't go that long without sleep.
Nor should you.
And I like a bed. And I like to be comfortable, but I had the most fun on that trip. But it was, I think, the hardest video to make.
Yeah. I loved it that we had a plan going into it, though.
Yeah.
And, like, we actually said, you know what, we got to give us something to do other than just, like, drink and gamble, because we're going to pass out somewhere if that's the case.
Yeah. The minute we were done eating at...
Best Friend
until we made it to the sign, I think I was sleepwalking that
hardest 3 hours I've ever had in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been so bad had we been winning gambling, but we weren't.
Yeah. No, that was rough. As we had said earlier, this is one of the lowest numbers of videos that we put out in a year, and it's because we had multiple setbacks.
We did.
And maybe not setbacks, but they were life things that came up.
I would call them more like speed bumps.
Yeah, there were speed bumps.
The piece of like, you should slow down a little bit.
Which definitely led to like some canceled trips, some canceled videos. And so like the very first one, let's talk marathon. We did not intend to run a marathon this year. No, when we stepped into 2024, marathon was not on our bucket list. No, we decided to do it at the very end of April is when we started thinking about it. In middle of May, we said, let's do this. And training for a marathon consumes your life.
It's difficult.
Yeah. So if you want to see more about that, check that video. But basically every Saturday was then devoted to marathon training.
Saturday or Sunday, and it wasn't just like an hour or two of running. We're talking 4 to 6 hours worth of prep, running, and then relax.
Sleeping.
Yeah. Recover, I guess. Prep, running, and recovery.
Yeah. The next one was we got a puppy.
We weren't planning on that in 2024
right.
either.
Yeah, we decided to get the puppy around May, June as well.
Yeah.
Got little Frank at the end of June.
Yep.
And if you haven't had a puppy recently,
you shouldn't.
It's you should, but it's so much harder than I think either of us remembered.
It is so much harder because I haven't had a puppy in at least 12 years because I got Gemma as a rescue dog and she was trained. She was almost 2 when I got her.
Yeah.
So I don't remember puppy for a very long time. So the Tyrannosaurus Rex stage,
or
Velociraptor stage is extremely difficult.
The jumping, the biting, the playing, the barking.
It's been a challenge.
The last time I had a puppy was 2006. So we were not ready for this.
But he's been awesome and so much fun. And like the missing piece we didn't know was missing. But again, if you haven't had a puppy in a while, it will change your lifestyle.
It will. And one other thing that was a little bit of a speed bump.
It was my work schedule. As you can see when we talked to numbers, I had 51 flights in 2024 and Josh went with me on one work trip and I went with him on one work trip, but otherwise the difference in numbers, you had 34, right? I think it was.
To 51, so.
That was all by myself traveling. It was just rough. And then I finished up my master's in business. So it was just kind of a bunch of things to go around work that I didn't think were gonna be that big of a deal stepping into 2024, but it really ended up being more than I thought. We
found ourselves sitting in the wind over Labor Day on a data checkout and we just said, I don't think I can make a video.
Yep.
And we didn't make a video of Fontainebleau when we were there and we were supposed to go to Chicago in like
a week later.
And we were like, we gotta cancel Chicago too. Like we were just so tired from all of those things piling up that we actually had to take a moment and stop. And we've already adjusted our calendar to go along with it. All right, replenishments happened. Cheers.
Cheers.
Favorite moment from this past year that we wish we would have put on YouTube?
You want to go first or you want me to go?
Well, here's the thing. You're gonna know that we both had the same idea.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna show it to you. All right.
So we went to Indianapolis in May to run a couple marathons or half marathons and we did not video this, but we went to a St. Elmo's steakhouse.
Yes.
And it has the best shrimp cocktail ever.
It's
the
also
most memorable shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, it's definitely the most memorable. Hold up, Zach. There you go. It is the most memorable.
Honest.
It doesn't mean it's the best.
Yeah.
But so you go into this restaurant. It's like the oldest restaurant in Indianapolis, or oldest steakhouse at least.
Oldest steakhouse, yeah.
And they have one appetizer. It's shrimp cocktail, so you gotta get it, right?
And it's $20, so it's not cheap.
And they pre-make all these suckers, so like as you're walking through, you can see a ton of them out there. Now they have bigger shrimp because it's a steakhouse.
Yeah.
But we found out why, and we're gonna show you why.
Yeah.
So let's each take one here.
I mean, it is Happy New Year.
It
so
just
shrimp cocktail works, right?
Shrimp cocktail and
champagne.
Cheers. Oh, you didn't take more.
Uh-oh.
I took a lot.
Tastes like. It's so hot.
It's like the most horseradish you've ever had. I'm pretty sure horseradish looks like a root. It's like just gnawing on it.
It's like
it clears your sinuses.
Yeah, it opens everything up instantly. Like it burns all the way up your nasal cavity.
Yes, and as we were sitting there eating, we were just waiting for others to order it, and we wanted to watch them because we're like, I hope they haven't had it before.
That was our entertainment.
Yeah.
It was so because they don't tell you.
Yeah.
No one tells you. No one fair warns you that you're going to clear your sinuses the minute you take a bite, and it comes already with the shrimp cocktail sauce on top. Of the shrimp. So all you can do is take a shrimp and eat it. I'm
not gonna lie though, I freaking love it now.
I do too. And if you grab regular cocktail sauce, it tastes like marinara.
It does. Yeah.
Not even
totally
good marinara.
Like, all right.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go. St. Elmo's, Indianapolis. Get the shrimp cocktail. Next up, favorite video to create in 2024.
I think you should go first on this one.
The 24 hours in Vegas. We started watching Ryan Trahan during a break between like December, January last year.
Yeah.
And I was just like, we got to figure something out. There's got to be some kind of big concept we can do. And we go to Vegas all the time. We might as well try to find something. So in February, we started planning for our 24 hours in Vegas that happened Memorial Day weekend.
With no hotel.
We knew we were going to do no hotel.
Yeah.
But it was like, I think that this could be amazing. And it was a blast. And it took our 2 decades worth of going to Las Vegas into account. And because a lot of times, you know, when you're doing a restaurant review, you're just talking about the food at the moment, or you're doing a hotel, you're talking about the hotel. But this allowed us to say, you know what? If you have never been to Vegas, these are your 20 things you should do.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it in 24 hours.
I think it was also a very good reset for us for going to Vegas so often that we had some really fun times of stuff we would not normally do.
Yeah, it kind of forced us to do stuff that we haven't done for a long time or feel like we should have. I think it made us appreciate it more.
My favorite, it was actually a video idea I came up with. I have 2 of them. Delmonico Steakhouse in Vegas. I had so much fun with that video. And then St. Thomas. So Delmonico was $50 versus $150. I did the budget-friendly version of it. And being able to compare the 2 and still have a great meal was awesome. And the fact that you guys, our viewers, enjoyed it and left many comments and excited me about how these concepts can keep coming to fruition. In addition, you challenged for Josh to do the next one. So I love that concept of it as well. And then St. Thomas, that was a hard one because we were getting ready to go on Icon of the Seas. And I was doing research, as we do with many of our trips, doing research of what should we do in St. Thomas. And I couldn't find that stellar video of like, oh, you have to do this.
Usually it was people that had been on St. Thomas for a week, had a car, and we're like, well, we got 6 hours, so what can we do?
We came up with this list of the things you must do in St. Thomas if you're there, and we got it done. And it was, it was a busy day. Hours. It was so much fun though. We had such a blast doing it. I would say those were my 2 videos.
I think what's really cool about that video is, like, I'll admit, it was one of the slowest builders ever, but right now it's actually one of our top 5 videos performing on a weekly basis, daily basis even.
I think it's
people are watching it, and that's exciting.
Yeah, and I think it's just one of those things that you remind yourself, oh, let's try that, because what's it hurt? We're gonna make a video anyhow, so what's it hurt to try something a little bit different and a little bit outside of our comfort zone and have a blast doing it? And I agree. When it first came out, and I think YouTube and Garmin have this similar thing of telling you suck type thing. But it was like, oh, and I'm like, dang it, that was kind of my big idea. Josh helped put things through it, but I came up with both of those video ideas for the channel. And so when it came out, and I was just like, oh, it's not doing very good. And then last week, he's like, have you seen St. Thomas? Have you been looking at those numbers? It's killing it.
It's doing so good.
Yeah, it was really fun to see both of those to fruition.
Pinch me moment. What is a moment where you were like, holy crap, this actually happened?
I have 3.
You first.
I have 3.
3? That's not even fair.
I know, but I couldn't identify which one was better than any of the others.
Okay, you go.
So my first one was stepping on board Icon of the Seas. An inaugural sailing on a brand new class of ship was something I could have only dreamed of. And we haven't been cruising that long together.
Right.
But being able to experience that, the emotions, the excitement, and I think my favorite part of it was Josh being able to catch some of those emotions on video as we stepped on the ship. It blew my mind. I love that embarkation day video to see that.
I think what's cool about it is we had actually just gotten microphones or like new microphones that we could actually go a distance and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect timing for it because then like we could go off on our own a little bit, but also still capture the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Icon of the Seas was, because like that was our 12th cruise together.
Yeah.
We weren't that brand new to cruising. No. But it somehow hit different. It was so cool. And
there were so many pieces on that cruise itself that just were like mind-boggling.
Well, that was one of my moments.
Good. I'm glad we shared that one.
You keep going. You got 3 apparently.
Yes, I do. My second one, and I'm going in the order they happened for the year, was catching the sunrise at the Lincoln Monument in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
That, if you've never seen the monuments at night or first thing in the morning, you're missing out. Make it a priority to do that because it was one of those wow moments.
Yeah, I have a horrible time lapse of it. where I'm like just watching the sunrise, and like my phone is like slowly going back upward, and but it was the moment. It was such a good moment. Yeah. All right, what's your last one?
My last one, hot air balloon ride in Albuquerque. Holy Moses.
Yeah, that was the first one that came to mind for me.
That was a pinch me moment of the year.
I had never been in a hot air balloon before, and like doing it in a huge festival like that, and it's
amazing.
It's one of those things that like, it was scary at first, but within seconds you just feel calm. Perfect calm.
And the funny part to me was there were so many moments before we took off in that hot air balloon that we weren't sure we were going to get to do it. And we didn't have a backup plan. We didn't have 2 more days of the fiesta to make it work. All we had was that moment right then.
Yeah,
and it worked.
I was having moments where I'm like, why are we even making a video if this doesn't happen? Yeah. I don't think we should keep recording. What are we doing? But yeah, because of wind, just a couple miles per hour extra of wind, it will stop all of it. Yeah. But because we got to go up there, it was amazing. And
then seeing all the other balloons.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So cool.
So very cool.
All right, before we move into rapid fire, I gotta get one more of these shrimp.
They're so good.
That
cocktail sauce is so good.
It's like $7 on Amazon.
No, not on Amazon. I ordered it from the St. Elmo's website. Again.
$7 on the St. Elmo's website, which you can't see right now.
No.
Yeah, right there.
You can zoom in on it. Yeah. I actually got some for my dad for Christmas too, and the whole family was.
It was a big hit at the Christmas. So my mouth is on fire.
Rapid fire, and who wore it better, Josh or me?
I think it looks pretty good. All right, we're gonna start with non-Vegas faves first. Well, not just faves, but stuff.
Yes.
All right. Favorite cruise?
Icon of the Seas.
Icon of the Seas.
Yeah. Favorite cruise experience?
Royal Railway on Utopia of the Seas.
Mine was, as I mentioned earlier, stepping on the inaugural sailing of
I probably should have said that, but I didn't. I had already said it on the earlier one. All right. Favorite cruise destination this year?
St. John, followed very closely by St. Thomas.
I'm easy. I went with Coco Cay, Coco Beach Club especially.
Yeah, it was a good one. Okay, worst hotel.
I don't know the name of it, but it was in downtown Hartford, Connecticut.
It was awful. I know the name. It's called the Capitol Hotel in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yep.
It was
I
bad.
do not recommend staying there unless you absolutely have to. You same?
Yep, same.
All right. Favorite drink of the year?
Gosh, Icon of the Seas is winning it for me.
Yeah?
Fiesta Fuego on Icon of the Seas.
Icon of the Seas for me as well. Carajillo at the Ryan Bean Bar.
That was so good. All right, the bar you want to go back to.
Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks at Nashville. In Nashville.
Mine's actually in Vegas, Bar Centro.
Which is the Jose Andres one, before Bazaar Mar. Restaurant you want to go back to?
Shohan Ale and Masala House in Nashville, Texas.
I can't believe you had to look that up.
I had to make sure I was reading it all.
Yeah, and actually we're going back to Nashville this year, so we will be back there.
Yes. All right, let's go Vegas.
Vegas. Favorite hotel?
Wynn. Favorite pool?
Bellagio.
Trump International Tower.
Favorite slot machine?
Mo Mummy.
Mo Mummy.
It's a winner for us.
It's so fun. That guy's so cute.
Favorite drink?
I went fast.
Yeah, fast, Josh.
Rum Old Fashioned at Bugsy and Myers Flamingo.
Sangria Tree at Spago.
I should have said that one. I should have said that one. Favorite appetizer?
Salmon Caviar Pizza at Spago.
Crab Toast at SW, followed behind with Saganaki at Orla.
Yeah.
Favorite non-steak entree?
Kebab platter for 2 at Orla.
That was my runner-up.
Good.
Pizza, the Diavola at Esther's Kitchen.
Favorite steak this year?
The only one that actually stands out is the SW A5 Wagyu.
Yeah, and I actually...
Never had it before, so it was crazy.
I don't have one because the steakhouses in Vegas, they have to stand out. And I know this is supposed to be rapid fire, but this is why I don't have one. None of them really stood out. The ambiance, the service, the sides, they all can stand out, but the steak itself, none really stood out for me this year.
Because they were all great.
Yeah, they were all great.
You missed that part.
Yes.
Favorite dessert?
Chocolate chip souffle at SW.
Yes.
Hands down.
Favorite Vegas moment?
The midway games at Circus Circus during our 24 hours in Vegas.
24 hours in Vegas for me as well. Maroon 5 concert.
It was awesome.
End of rapid fire.
I do have a...
You don't know what rapid fire means.
I know, but I have a second runner-up for favorite moment in Vegas. And it's something I honestly didn't want to do. And then we did, and we scheduled it, and we had a blast. Our meetup at Brewdog.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much to everybody who came to visit with us.
Cheers to that. That was fun.
We were scared to death. So I can tell you, thank you so much for making us feel better.
Yeah.
But we were scared as hell.
We were, and I think that's why it truly does stand out. Is it something we'll do every year? Probably not. Is it something we will do again? Yes.
Yeah, whether you believe it or not, we are super huge introverts. We do not meet with random people. Yeah. But I was so happy that we did. Thank you.
It was very fun. Thank you so very much.
Scene change. All right. I'm here.
Yes, here we are.
Rachel's there.
Because this calendar is big.
Yeah, look at this. It's a big ass calendar. We saw this on Kara and Nate.
Yeah.
And yeah, we said we had to get that because we like to see visually as well.
We do, and it really does help us plan out for the year and kind of make sure we don't overwhelm ourselves like what happened last fall. I got
30-second run through of our year for 2025 planned out.
All right, in January, we have a Vegas trip planned. February is pretty open until the end of February where we're hitting our cruise. It's a long one.
First time with celebrity.
Yeah, that goes into March. March, I also have a work trip. Josh has a work trip in April, then we're good for a couple weeks, and then we're hitting Nashville again.
Love it.
We have tentative plans for Vegas in May. We'll see how that works out, and then we're hitting another big cruise in the end of May.
Holland, America, first time.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I also have another work trip, and then we're doing a really cool trip that we hope you join us for in Kentucky.
Yes.
We have visit family over the 4th of July. Then we start Cheyenne Frontier Days, and we're spending a week in Costa Rica.
What?
We also have another Rachael work trip, followed by a weekend in Chicago.
And we're going to make it this year. We had to cancel last year.
We had to cancel last year. Another tentative Las Vegas trip. Tentative plans to Wisconsin and Michigan in September. Josh has a work trip in Atlanta in October. And then we have another fun cruise in October, followed by possibly Hot Springs, Arkansas. I think I did it in 30 seconds.
That was about 30 seconds.
That was fast.
Now that you're caught up and we are refilled.
Yeah.
Let's talk about 2025. What location are you the most excited for? Because we have some big plans.
But we also should fair warn people that they're kind of old people plans.
Not mine. Well, actually mine might be too.
I'd say 3 of them at least are old people plans.
Our cruises are the most old people cruises you can get. I'm not going to say what they all are. But if you leave a comment down below telling us what 3 old people cruises would be, let us know and we'll tell you in your comment.
Yeah. So the destination I'm looking forward to most in 2025?
Yep.
We are going to hit another continent in Colombia.
So yeah!
I am stoked for that.
I hear the cocaine in Cartagena is great.
I don't know that I'll be trying it, but I'm hoping to find some food there.
I don't intend to either, but I just know Pablo Escobar was supposed to be there, so who knows? Maybe it's in everything.
Yeah.
The one that I'm looking forward to most is we're going to stay in a bourbon barrel on the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's very exciting too, but I just think like a new continent? Come on, Josh.
I know, I don't know why. It's just the most exciting to me right now.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
All right, YouTube goals for 2025.
My personal goal is to just be a little bit more intentional with our filming and recording. We want to bring you along, we want to show you everything we're doing, but we also want to make it enjoyable and something you want to watch. It's a fine line or balance between what we like doing and what YouTube promotes.
Yeah.
So how do we find that mix, and can we be a little bit more intentional? For example, the budget versus elaborate meals in Vegas.
That is mine as well. My second goal is to hit 50,000 subs. You know, when we started this, we never thought. I even remember saying to Rachel, like, we're gonna take years to even get monetized, which only takes 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
And we're now sitting at 37,000 subs today.
And again, our numbers for 2024 blew my mind.
Yeah.
So if we can do that again in 2025, that'd be awesome.
I would be amazed. So just hitting 50,000 sounds so cool.
Yeah.
I love nice round numbers, and that one would be amazing.
We'll do a live stream at 50,000.
Yes. All right, personal goals.
I gotta lose about 10 pounds.
Yeah, me too. It's been a struggle this year.
Well, there's been, like we said earlier, there's been some setbacks and some changes to our own personal routines that have just made that. I've also been dealing with some stuff with my grandmother's health, and it's just been really stressful. So, yeah.
I think we're gonna get there, but yeah, I want to be like 10 to 20. I mean, I'd love 20 pounds, but in a realistic manner, I'd love to be like 10 to 15 pounds lighter. Yeah. Pretty much the rest of the year. So, you know, January is gonna be none of this. And
Happy New Year!
And a whole bunch of salads and
running.
Nothing good.
Yay!
Yeah.
Are you eating stem first?
This is a new food for me. How else should I eat it?
Eat it.
God, I hate it.
I don't care whether you hate it. You said you'd do it.
All right.
Eat it. Eat it.
Yeah, lots of treadmill time.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
It'll be fine though.
We also couldn't have done this year without all of you, our viewers, and especially our gluttons. We have had such a fun time in our Discord. We've met many of you. We consider many of you very close friends. We've just been so very, very blessed to be able to live our life like we want to and share it with you. So I can't help but say thank you. Thank you for making 2024 amazing.
Yes. Thank you. We're going to keep making it.
We're going to keep making it.
As long as you keep watching it, and hopefully we can find a way to keep engaging with everybody.
That's right.
We're so excited for the future.
Yeah.
And I hope that you are too. Let's cheers one more time to 2025. Thank you so much. And for those of you wondering where Frank and Gemma are.
They're right here.
Yeah. And Frank is getting so big. He's bigger than Gemma now. I think he's going to be...
done with the video.
Yeah, Gemma's done. But
This
is Frank. And he is no longer a puppy. Just in mentality, apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.